This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life. Good evening and welcome to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School in Shelton, Washington. Tonight we have South Sound Conference girls basketball with the Shelton Highclimbers hosting the Peninsula Seahawks. I'm Deidre Allen, and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Peninsula comes into tonight's game with a 9-3 overall record, 6-1 in the SSC, and is coming off a 1-point loss to conference-leading Gig Harbor. Shelton is 3-9 on the season, 2-5 in the conference, and beat Central Kitsap Wednesday. This is the second meeting of the season between the Seahawks and the Highclimbers. In the first meeting on December 6th, Shelton couldn't overcome a 5-point third quarter and fell to Peninsula 69-48. The Seahawks had three players score in double digits, led by Lindsay Loverich's 17 points. Renee Doss and Belle Frazier each added 14. Kylan Powell led the Highclimbers in the loss with 14 points, and Taya Gooley added 12, hitting 4 three-pointers. Peninsula has a 7-game win streak over Shelton dating back to 2010. The closest game between the two teams was last season when the Seahawks came away with a 55-53 victory on January 3rd, 2018. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we talk with Climber coach Tiffany Twitty. It's South Sound Conference girls basketball, the Peninsula Seahawks at the Shelton Highclimbers, next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. The new year is upon us and time for resolutions. Let Maple Glen help. On January 15th, you can realize your dreams and goals by making a visioning board for 2019. Join our residents from 6 to 7:30 for all the fun of planning for the future. For more information, call Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only media outlet in Mason County providing live broadcasts of high school basketball, and sponsorships are available. Advertise your business, promote an event, let everyone know you support our student athletes. Contact Mason Web TV right now for advertising options.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
And welcome back to the Mini Dome, everybody. About 5 minutes away from the start of this ball game. This is the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Trying to get everything set up here. Let's get the right cameras going. Just about an hour and a half ago, I did speak with Highclimber coach Tiffany Twitty. And of course, I wasn't prepared. There we go. Sorry. We'll get to that interview in just a quick moment. Forgot to turn on my thing. Okay. So stand by for the coach. Talk about Wednesday's win over Central Kitsap, and of course the last meeting between these two teams, which Peninsula took holding the Highclimbers to just 5 points in the third quarter. And let's hear from the coach.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Coach, your team impressed me once they got it going early in the first quarter. It got down a little bit, then they went on a tear.
Yeah, I mean, that game was one that I knew we were going to get into eventually. We kind of had a slow start, which we do from time to time, but once we got going, we were lights out, ready to go, so it's good.
Noticed in the third quarter you turned up the intensity defensively. Didn't get a few. Those calls kind of went the other way on you, but it kind of got them going a little bit more as they kind of eked out from that point on.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely are a team that gets excited. You know, we turn our defense into offense. We're a team that when we get steals and stuff like that, it definitely motivates us. And you can tell just on the offensive end, then we're able to get some. So it's the same kind of idea of just picking up the intensity on defense. Definitely fuels our offense for sure.
Let's talk about those steals. I think we counted 6 in the game. Were there at least 6, or do you know?
Yeah, I think there were 8 total.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we were definitely. I mean, we kind of were pressing in and out here and there, but definitely running some of our half-court traps and things like that too. And they were actually pretty effective. So that was nice to see. So.
Taya Gooley, just when she was out there, it looked like there was 3 of her out there.
Yeah, she can shoot. I mean, she once she gets hot, there's no stopping her. I mean, and I'm telling you, I mean, I say over half court, she's in range. She hit 2 half-court shots in practice yesterday, so I think over half court, you never know.
Now tonight you've got a little different story in
Yes.
Peninsula night. In their house, you played with them for a half, and you had a bad third.
Mm-hmm. Really bad third. Yes.
How are you going to keep them motivated in that third?
You know, I think that with a team like this, they're not going to give you too many opportunities. So, I mean, what we're going to talk about is just the idea that every time we get an opportunity, we need to take it. Because they really don't leave too many openings. They don't leave too many mistakes. So we need to make sure on our end we're doing the same thing.
Everybody available for tonight?
Yes, everybody's available tonight, ready to go.
All right, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
That's high climber coach Stephanie Twitty here in the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. We're a couple of minutes away from tip-off. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There is always something happening in Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. If you're interested in making a unique gift, stop by Maple Glen on the evening of January 22nd. You can join our residents and learn how to decorate ceramic tiles. This fun class to create one-of-a-kind gifts starts at 6. For more information, call Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills, the smarts.
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
And we're back here in the Mini Dome. Surprise guest, Jerry Apple. He makes it for the game tonight. He told us on Wednesday that he wasn't going to be able to make it, and well, here he is, all gussied up. He's in a suit and tie. He looks pretty sharp. We will take another timeout. We'll be right back. Actually, we'll keep it right here.
Singing of our national anthem. Well, please sing along as we play our national anthem. The Shelton band is going to play our national anthem.
It's just me, guys. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Another outstanding job here in the Mini Dome with our national anthem. Let's get right into it, Jerry, and give you the starting lineups for both teams. We will start out with the visiting Seahawks. And they're going to start out with Lindsay Lovovich. She is a 5'8" sophomore guard. Esther Papalis, 5'6" senior. She's a guard. Piper Bauer, a 5'6" sophomore. Taryn Richter, 6'1" senior. And Belle Frazier, a 6-foot senior. For the Highclimbers, Taya Gooley gets the starting nod again tonight. Mei Ping Vernon as well. Taya's 5'4", so is Mei Ping. Mei Ping's a sophomore. Taya's a junior. Jade Smith back in the starting lineup at 5'5", junior. Kylan Powell also in the starting 5, 5'11" sophomore, senior, and Deshae Littleson, a 5'8" senior. So that's Loverich, Papalis, Bauer, Richter, and Frazier for the Seahawks. Gooley, Vernon, Smith, Powell, and Littleson for the Highclimbers. We'll be right back with the tip-off here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop in for Sunday brunch or call to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
About ready to get this thing tipped off. It's like will be Loverich getting in there. The Seahawks will be in their road black. The Highclimbers in their home white. Would imagine it's going to be Powell for the Highclimbers. we're just waiting for the tip-off here. So Powell and Lebovic will get set to tip this thing off. Here we go. Kylan taps it to Smith. Smith gets it up to Taya Gooley. And Highclimbers the ball. Oh, Smith with a 3 to open things up. It's short and a rebound pulled down by Frazier. Bell will bring it up. Down to Lebovic. Lebovic come up short on that quick quick shot, and Vernon turned it right back over, Jerry. So baseline inbounds for the Seahawks. Lebovic, he tried to get it into Frazier, knocked out of bounds by Powell.
Nice effort by Kylan.
So we sideline inbounds, foul line extended near side. Frazier will trigger the play. The Seahawks are in the 4 corners of the key. Picking up some stuff on the, some litter on the floor. Inbounds, goes to Bauer. Back to Frazier. Near steal by Vernon there. I'm sorry, that was Gooley. Now Frazier has the ball, backing down Powell. Double team to kick it out to Bauer. Back to Frazier. Frazier into the corner to Lebovic. Lebovic inside the paint to the hoop. It's blocked off her body out of bounds. To say it went off of Kylan Powell. So I'm going to credit Kylan with a block, Jerry.
Yep.
Sure, why not? I wasn't expecting Jerry, so I didn't give him his usual stat sheet. So he's kind of hampered today.
No, I'm doing great. Thanks.
Inbounds from the baseline. Lebovic will lob it up top, and it goes to Richter. And Frazier for the 3 at the elbow. That goes in. It's a pretty shot, Jerry.
Yes, it was.
Inbounds near the mid-court to Powell. Kylan will drive to the foul line. Spinning in the paint, but they're going to call
nice.
Call a travel on that one. Just one too many spots.
Yeah.
This refereeing crew is going to be a little tighter on that than others have.
It was a nice move,
And just a little too much. Bauer with the ball. Over it goes to Frazier. Up top to Richter. Down it goes in a steal by Kylan Powell as she stepped in the passing lane. Oh, and right back there, Lebovic tied it right back up, and that is a
second turnover on Peninsula. Or excuse me, on Shelton.
It's actually 3 on Shelton, Jerry.
Okay.
Got to count that one.
Yeah, you got to count that one because it went over to the other team.
Lebovic to Richter. Now there's Bauer. Bauer lob it down to a wide open Richter. Her second effort couldn't go in either. And Gooley comes away with the ball, and she'll have the pass along the sidelines knocked out of bounds. They'll stay with the Highclimbers in the backcourt. 3-0 early on. 3:21 to go first quarter. Vernon gets it into Gooley. Gets it right back, and here comes Mei Ping. Finds Powell, center of the court, stolen away by Frazier. Frazier's going to go one-on-one, draws a double team, tied up and stolen right back by Powell. Kylan on the run for the Climbers the other way. Smith with a 3-way outside, that's short. Goes to Gooley, to Powell on the baseline. Kylan drives the hoop, puts it up short, and the rebound goes to the Seahawks. Lebovic on the run, nice pass down low, just a little too far underneath, but Lebovic comes away with the rebound. Jumper at the elbow goes up and in by Bauer. Gooley with the ball in backcourt. Avoids the trap of the pass to Smith. Down it goes to Deshae Littleson to the hoop. Oh, blocked by Frazier and recovered by the Seahawks. Frazier will bring it up. She's going to attack the basket again. She's going to be stripped of the ball, but they're going to call Kylan Powell with the foul.
So anytime there's a block, you count that as a turnover if the other team gets it. That makes sense.
So baseline inbounds for the Seahawks, right of the backboard. Inbounds to, I didn't see who that was. It was Lebovic up top to 3 in the bucket there by Piper Bauer. 5 points for her, 8-0 run for the Seahawks.
Who made that one?
It was Bauer.
Okay, thank you.
Smith with the ball quickly. Back to Powell. High post feed to Littleson, down to the baseline to Smith, under the bucket, turnaround jumper doesn't fall in, rebound pulled down by the Seahawks, up to Lebrovich. Lebrovich with the ball, it's tripped up and fouled. I think they'll get Vernon on that one. She hit the whole floor pretty hard, did Mei Ping.
On that last possession by the Highclimbers, Deshea made a beautiful pass. Unfortunately, the shot didn't go in.
Checking into the ball game for the Highclimbers, Brianna Salazar. She'll replace Vernon. It'll be sideline inbounds for the Seahawks. Papalis with the ball. Inbounds at the corner to Frazier. Turns and shoots a three that comes up just a little short. Rebound, Littleson. Center of court to Powell, and here come the Highclimbers. Powell, nice jump stop and a couple extra steps, puts it up and in. That time they let her go to the hoop.
Yeah, they did. They did. They let it go.
First time, no go. This time they let her go. We'll see how consistent they go throughout the rest of the game. Papalis down to Richter. Her second effort won't fall in. Deshea Littleson pulls down the rebound. Quickly up it goes to Salazar. Salazar to the hoop. Off the glass, dropped in. Seahawks are running. There's Frazier way outside, calling out the play. To the top of the key, stops, gets it over near side. That's Bauer. She'll take the three. Rims that one off. Rebound goes to Littleson. Out to Powell. Kick it to Smith. Here comes Smith up the far sidelines. Stops and finds the trailer. That's Powell. Powell to the top of the key. Fake the three. Down to Salazar. Little reverse throw over her head shot. Fell off. Rebound pulled down by the Seahawks. And here come the Hawks to the hoop, up and in. Lebovich with it. 30-second timeout called by Coach Twitty. Seahawks have led by 8 early in this quarter. The Highclimbers cut that in half.
First time out of the ball game, and the timeout is charged to the Highclimbers.
So, Jerry, as we get really sad when you came in here, you threw my timing all.
Really?
Yes. When I'm not expecting to have my broadcast partner here,
well,
and he shows up and I'm busy doing my thing, and he just kind of throws everything off.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, Jerry. Glad to have you with us today.
Yeah, I was so surprised that I was able to come tonight. There wasn't much happening in the Senate tonight, but next Monday they start session.
Yeah, officially they start the session on Monday, so yeah.
I was lucky to get out, though.
Appreciate that. Climber ball backcourt inbounds. Salazar will bring it up. Finds the Shea Littleson. Ice the hoop, takes the three. That rimmed off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Bauer. And here she comes up to the near side, now center of the court. Set the play, throw it to a cutter. There's Papalis. Papalis threw the ball out of bounds. And I'm going to say it was blocked. Nope, it was not blocked. That'll be Climber ball. Not sure if you go that. We'll mark that one down as the turnover.
As a turnover,
yeah.
Yep, you bet.
Salazar gets it in, but unfortunately that inbounds goes off the hands. Frazier kick it out. Bauer for three. That's short. Powell with the rebound. And here she comes. Center of the court coming up. Oh, nice steal on the sidelines, and that was Bauer with the pick. Coming the other way for Peninsula. There's Frazier down pass to Lebrovich, up and in. Salazar with it, center of the court for the Highclimbers. Kick it to Smith. Smith fakes the three, drives baseline. Runner at the box, comes up short. Rebound pulled down by McKinney, who's in there for the Seahawks. Peninsula on the run. Here comes Bauer going coast to coast with the scoop. Drew the foul, however. Personal foul went on
Number 10, Brianna Salazar.
Okay. Third team foul. First free throw for Bauer goes in. Mei Ping right back into the ball game, and for the Highclimbers, and Jonah. Is it?
And Bauer is your leading scorer. She has 7 points.
Yeah. Substitution in there, Jonah Awaji, or is it I'll have to figure that one out. Down it goes to Carly Thompson, who also checked in.
Yeah, and it was on the baseline and went out of bounds when she dribbled towards the hoop.
It's a 10-point lead. And I'm not sure what that whistle was all about. Going to reset, I guess, from the baseline. And let's see who checked in now.
Number 20?
Yeah, that'll be Abigail Zanuski in the ball game for the Highclimbers. Seahawks with the ball in the lead, 14-4. Frazier way outside. It's going to go one-on-one. Pull-up jumper at the foul line. Came up short. Vernon with a rebound. And quick passes to Gooley. So bring it up near side. Oh, and a steal by Bell. And she'll lay it up and in. And I have 8 turnovers on the Highclimbers. Jerry.
Who was that last basket on?
It was on Frazier.
Okay, thank you.
And a double dribble on the Highclimbers. Too many turnovers here early for Shelton. Peninsula is up 12 in the first quarter. 1:45 to go.
I've got 10 turnovers so far.
Yeah, one more than I, but I'm sure you're more accurate than I am.
Well.
Frazier with the ball far side. Asking for a screen. Doesn't take it. Trying to go baseline on Powell. Cut off. Kick it out the top. Around the horn. And a steal by Vernon. To Gooley to Smith, or Zanuski. Now there's Vernon. Oh, it's Gooley. Zanuski down to Thompson. Thompson hooks it down to Vernon. Vernon with 15 on the shot clock. Stops at the foul line. Kick it over to the wing. And there's Powell. Powell drives the foul line. Side of the paint. Nice spin move again. Nope, they're going to wave that off and call a travel on that one.
That time they called it, unfortunately. And at that time, it didn't look like a turnover compared to the other two.
Well, specifically, I think it's the spin that's getting the referee to call the travel.
And some officials will call it, some won't.
Well, as that one official has, he's 1 for 3 on, or 2 for 3 on calling that play.
Yeah, one time I didn't think he was right.
Oh, almost steal by Zanuski on the drive by Wyag. Okay, I'm sorry. I got to get some advice on here. Number 20, Jerry.
Yes.
How do you pronounce her name?
Okay, number 20 is Papalius.
No, that's 20. That's,
number 20. It would be Rage. No, I'd go with Rage. W-A-A-G-E. Waggy? You want to say Waggy?
I want to say that, but I don't think that's right. Thompson's going to go for the long ball to Zanuski. Zanuski will get it on the sidelines in the front court. Going to look for Thompson's going to drive to the box, throw it right into the hands of Frazier. Frazier almost had a nice laser pass there, but if it wasn't for the finger of Kylan Powell, that would be out of bounds. Or that would have been a nice little pass into Levovic. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Seahawks. Levovic will inbounds it to a wide open Popoulos, and she'll drop it in for her first basket.
Is that the biggest lead?
Yeah, 14. Good. Gooley within backcourt, finds Vernon. Crosses midcourt, got away with a walk there, finds Powell at the midcourt circle. 19 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Powell to the foul line. She's going to draw a foul on the Seahawks. That's going to be on Popoulos for first. First whistle on the Seahawks here.
Yeah.
In the ball game.
Amazing. One foul in this quarter.
Thompson will trigger the play from the baseline, get it into the corner to Gooley for 3. Yes! Taya had a monster game, I would call it, on Wednesday night, and they've been kind of.
Oh, she was all over the court.
Yeah.
Steals, three-point shots.
Yes. Oh, and a steal by Kylan Powell, and she can't get the shot off before the quarter runs out. Well, we're through one here, folks. Peninsula up 18-7 on the Highclimbers. We'll be right back with the second quarter.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices. Call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Highclimbers will start out with the ball. Inbounds to the center of the court, and that's Deshea Littleson out to Gooley, and Gooley's going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have 13 turnovers.
Well, we'll go with that for the time being. I can't argue with that. There's been a lot of turnovers on the Highclimbers. Papalas with the ball. She'll drive to the foul line, step back, find Frazier. Swing it over to Bauer. Bauer puts it on the floor to the foul line. Little runner at the foul line, comes up short. Rebound tapped up, but can't fall in. Who was that? That was Papalas with the tap up. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay. Well, no, it'll go over to the Highclimbers. Natural change of possession there. Inbounds from Vernon to Gooley, back to Vernon, and Vernon will get it up to Littleson. Down it goes to Salazar, off her hand, out of bounds. And the turnovers continue for Shelton.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I have 3 on Peninsula, Jerry, and that's pretty much the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, and I'm with you there. I have 4, but that's,
Well, you're more concentrated on that.
Yeah, you got a lot on your plate, buddy.
Little run and scoop in there by Bauer. What a nice little power move for her. And she is 9 points. Oh.
Yeah, she's a leading scorer.
Smith with a 3 that rimmed off. Rebound pulled down by Peninsula. Deshea Littleson came away with it and put it to Salazar. And Brianna will put it up and in. Bauer will bring it across the timeline for Peninsula. Gets a screen from Belle Frazier. Kick it out in the corner. Ludrovich for 3. 7 points for Lindsay. And a steal on the inbounds. And another turnover on the Highclimbers. Here's, oh boy, Ludrovich for 3 in the corner again. No. And the rebound pulled down by Salazar. Brianna with the dribble. Throw it to the middle of the court. There's Deshea Littleson. To Taya Gooley. She'll just fire a 3 and hit. Taya with her second 3 in the ballgame.
Yeah,
6
she's
points.
2 for 2 from the 3-point area. Leave it off from where she did last game.
Bauer has the ball in the front court for the Seahawks. Over to Papalas. Gets a screen to the foul line. Little runner in the paint. Missed it, got her own rebound. Had the ball stripped out of bounds by Taya Gooley. Taya with her active hands.
Oh.
I couldn't get the coach to comment on that in the pregame because it just felt like on Wednesday night there were 3 of her out there. She was defensively just everywhere. Inbounds to Frazier, stolen away nearly by the Highclimbers, and there's going to be a jump ball call.
I think this time it's going to go over to the Highclimbers. Let's look at the arrow.
Arrow's pointed in the
the other way. Okay, so
it'll stay with the Seahawks. Substitution for Peninsula. Karen Richter.
I should second-guess that arrow, okay?
Yeah, you never second-guess the arrow. Paul's on top of that stuff down there.
Oh, he is.
Frazier to the hoop on the inbounds. Came up short. I guess it's a block. Taya Gooley with the ball. She loses the handle on it, and there's going to be another. Well, no, it's going to be stolen away. They're going to call out a turnover. There's Frazier. Nice find to Papalas to the hoop. Oh, she can't finish. And then there's a, is that a foul underneath? I guess they're going to call Richter with the foul. So that's the first on Taryn. Vernon will sit down. Back at the ball game is Abigail Zanuski, and we have a timeout. It's the full one. We'll step aside. 5:37 to go in the half. 23-12.
Second timeout.
Hold on, Secretary.
Okay.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop in for Sunday brunch or call to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Here's a quick quiz to get quick help when you call 911. Should you answer all operators' questions about your emergency and location? Should you stay on the line? Should you listen to information about how to help yourself? 911 gets thousands of calls each day. Operators are trained to ask questions so the right type of help is sent to each emergency. Always answer questions and listen to instructions. Never hang up. Help 911 help you.
That was the second
Highclimber ball in the inbounds.
Second time out for the Highclimbers.
On a throw out of bounds.
It's always nice to have the band here.
It is.
It's been the second Friday that they've been here.
There comes Frazier right back with a step. Now there's a travel, and she can't believe that one call either. And now there's 4 turnovers on Peninsula. But with a 10 difference in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, no, and there's yet another one. Nope, that one wasn't, well, it came up with the turnover. And a little runner in the paint. Was that Bauer? Yes, it was on the basket. Salazar with it. Gooley quickly up to Smith. Smith for 3. That's rimming off. Rebound. Salazar goes right to the hoop. Had it blocked and recovered. And up it goes. Lovrovich had it stripped. Got it right back. Puts it up. Oh, it dropped off. Frazier right there for the turnaround. Fadeaway. No. Rebound goes to Salazar. She'll launch it up to Zanuski, camping in the front court. Nice of avoiding the defense. Missed the shot, but Frazier will actually get the rebound and draw the foul. I had to catch up on things here, Jerry.
I did too.
Where are we on the turnover situations? I have 16 on Shelton and only 4.
I have 17, but I've been one ahead of you
Okay.
the whole game. So.
Well, you're always ahead of me, Jerry.
Well, yeah, in that way. Only in that way.
Only in that way. Here's Bauer with the ball, slowing the pace down, finds Frazier, turnaround jumper at the foul line. Nothing but net for Bell, and she has 7 points. Highclimbers a little bit out of control. They're trying to push it a little bit too much, I think. There's Taya Gooley. She'll fake the 3, drive to the box, step by the defense, put it up, missed it, got her own rebound, bounce it to Deshea. Deshea Littleson with the jumper at the foul line. That's short. Vernon tried to track down the rebound, realized she was out of bounds, so she couldn't touch it and just let it go. 4:08 to go in the half, 27-12.
Again, good hustle by Taya to get the rebound and throw it back out to Deshea.
Bauer with the ball. For Peninsula, swinging over near side. Lovrovich back to Bauer, open for 3. She's going to take it and she's going to hit it. Piper, what a game. What do we have here? We have
she's 2 for 4
points.
from the 3-point area.
Quickly up to Gooley. Gooley's going to take a shot and take a hit to 3.
Wow, that was all net.
So that's 3 threes for Taya, and she has 9 points. Lead is
Beautiful shot.
15 at the moment. Bauer slows the pace down, swinging it over to Popoulos. Popoulos back to Bauer in the corner, opposite side. Looking for Frazier, lob it up top. Quick pass over. Popoulos with the ball. Back up top to Bauer. Lob it into the corner. There's Lovrovich. Knocked down. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Powell. Checking back into the ball game for the Highclimbers, Carly Thompson. Looks like Taya will get a rest. Inbounds, nice. You gotta be a little bit better on the inbounds than that with the long arms of Kylan Powell in your face. So Lindsay will bounce it in. Bauer for 3 on the inbounds. That rimmed off, rebound, tapped and controlled by the Highclimbers. Here comes Kylan Powell. Gonna go right to the hoop, loses the handle, and I thought she actually walked on that one, but they're gonna call it a foul.
Yeah.
It's only the 3rd foul on Peninsula.
But we'll take it.
I think that went on Popoulos. Nope, that did not. That went on Piper Bauer, her first. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Inbounds to Powell. Kylan Backing down, Frazier draws a double team, fade away, blocked and recovered by Peninsula. Frazier with great vision finds Lovrovich. Back to Frazier. Bell is a player, I gotta tell you. I'm impressed with her in this half. There's Lovrovich with 3 in the corner. That one rims off. Rebound goes to Vernon. Vernon gotta get it to somebody, finds Smith. Jade crosses midcourt with the dribbles. Gonna set the play to Kylan Powell. Kylan to the top of the key. Step back, take an open jumper, that's a 2. Rebound, tap to Kylan. Kylan drives, kick it to the corner. Thompson fakes a 3, drives baseline. Gonna go to the hoop with a scoop. Nope, reverse layup, fell off. Rebound goes to Frazier. Frazier up the far side. She's got some speed as well. Look at that. Cherry over to Bauer. Bauer to the foul line to Frazier. Frazier fakes the 3, drives to the box, bumps bodies, little fadeaway, no whistle, and the rebound came off to Powell. Powell one-hands it up to Smith. Smith to the foul line. Nice, oh boy, what a recovery. Thompson had the ball just rejected right out of her hand. So Lovrovich was right there, just swatted that ball right to Frazier. Frazier didn't expect it. Came up, ended up traveling with the ball.
5th turnover for Peninsula.
Inbounds to Powell. Kylan swing it over to Smith. Smith will take that 3. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Lovrovich. No, actually it's Bauer. Bauer behind the back dribble trying to avoid Thompson. Quickly up to Lovrovich. Lovrovich loses control and a steal by Smith. Jade on the run on the far side. Hooks it to the side of the paint. Quick pass. Deshea Littleson open for 3. No. Rebound Lovrovich. Lovrovich avoids a double team in backcourt. Splits that double team, is on the run the other way. Nice move. Bangs bodies with Vernon. Came up short on the shot. Excuse me, but Mei Ping picked up the foul. That's her second. 15 foul on Shelton. And that will put Lindsay Lovrovich at the line. Her first trip to the free throw line. Got the first one, she'll get another one.
Yeah.
Let's see, Salazar, Gooley, and Zanuski check in for the Highclimbers. And
Peninsula is 3 for 3 from the foul line.
Kara McKinney back in there for Peninsula. Second free throw goes in.
4 for 4.
30-second timeout with 1:25 to go in the half. We'll take it. We'll be right back.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only media outlet in Mason County providing live broadcasts of high school basketball. Join us Monday as the Shelton girls host Mercer Island in a non-conference clash. Tip-off in the Mini Dome is at 7, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That was the first time
back
out.
here in the sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
Back in the Mini Dome.
That was a first time out for Peninsula.
So the Highclimbers have the ball in their backcourt. Zanuski will trigger the play. She'll get it into Gooley. Taya trying to challenge the press. Lob it all the way up, and it's stolen away by Frazier. Well, she ends up with it. Bell to the top of the key. Kick it to the corner. Populus for 3. No. Rebound pulled down by Zanuski. Zanuski. Up it goes to Salazar. Salazar rejected by Frazier. You know, I've talked about this in a boys' game. When you block a shot, you want to keep it in play. And so far, Peninsula has done that. That ball was there for the taking. Thompson inbounds it up top to Zanuski. Back to Thompson.
That was the third block by the Seahawks, by the way.
To Zanuski at the foul line. Get it out to Smith. Smith to the foul line. Dribble penetrates, scoops it up and in. Nice move for Jade in her first basket.
And that's her first, that's her fast basket.
32-17 is the score. Approaching 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Quick passes, there's Frazier. Out it goes. Lovrovich for 3, no. Rebound tapped and controlled. Salazar on the run for the Highclimbers the other way. Stumbles her way in, gets it to Thompson on the baseline. Hook it back down, there's Zanuski. Blocked by Frazier. It's got to be 3 on her.
Yeah, fourth block.
Frazier stops side of the paint, puts it up, missed it. Populus with the putback, and it dropped in. 4 points for Esther. Gooley has the ball to Zanuski to Salazar. Salazar, top of the key, stops, pops for three at the buzzer. Nope, that'll do it for the half. Jerry says pretty much been all of Peninsula in the first half, 34-17. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop in for Sunday brunch or call to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only media outlet in Mason County providing live broadcasts of high school basketball, and sponsorships are available. Advertise your business, promote an event, let everyone know you support our student athletes. Contact Mason Web TV right now for advertising options.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And we're back at the Mini Dome. It's halftime. Peninsula Seahawks leading the Shelton Lady Highclimbers 34-17. They have done it with the behind the scoring of Piper Bauer. She has 14 points to lead all scorers in the game so far. 9 for Lindsay Levrovich, 7 for Belle Frazier, and at least 3 blocks, maybe even 4. 4 for Esther Popoulos. For the Highclimbers, Taya Gooley leads the way with 9 points. She had 3 threes in the half. 4 for Brianna Salazar, 2 apiece for Kylan Powell and Jade Smith. Jerry, do you have anything to add?
I do. For Shelton, they are 7 for 20 from the field for 35%. They haven't shot a foul shot yet.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's unusual. Turnovers, well, I've got 19. What did you
I
look
lost
at?
count. You're pretty accurate. I have 16, so it's split the difference and give them 17 and a half.
Well,
you know,
you have a, for example, if there's a block shot and it goes over to
the other
let's
team.
say Shelton goes up for a shot and Peninsula blocks it. To me, that's a turnover.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's look at, and I'm going to say this, Taya Gooley is 3 for 3 from the three-point line. We're 3 for 10 from the three-point line, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, Jade Smith was launching them from just about anywhere,
Yeah.
and they weren't falling at all. I only have her down for 2 points.
Yeah, here's the thing on that. I mean, she's a good three-point shooter, but the thing is, my philosophy is, let's work it around a little bit. Let's try to get it inside and get it back out. Work it so that the team. I don't know if the team's even ready to rebound some of those three-pointers, and that can be a problem.
Well, I think the game plan, and I'm only speculating, the game plan for Shelton was work from the outside in, because you saw him launching more threes in the first quarter and going to the basket more late in the second. That kept him in the ball game. The threes not falling, and they were really early in the offense, and that's something I'm sure that Coach Twitty's talking to her team about right now, saying, wait a minute, let's work it around a little bit.
Yeah, that would be my thought. That would be my thought on it, that they work it around. Now for Peninsula, they are 13 for 36 from the field, and they have 33% overall. They are 4 for 12 from the three-point line. Now, Peninsula I had around 6 turnovers. And so there's a big difference right there. 19 turnovers for one team, 6 for the other. The other thing is, Peninsula could be easily another 6-10 points ahead if it wasn't for them missing some nice, easy inside shots, especially in the first quarter. They're 4 for 4 from the foul line. So the turnovers, that's your difference in the score clock, along with making the foul shots. So.
Okay, Jerry, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back with more from the Mini Dome here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's always something happening in Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. The new year is upon us, and time for resolutions. Stop by Maple Glen on January 15th to realize your dreams and goals by making a visioning board for 2019. If you're interested in making unique gifts, on January 22nd, you can learn how to decorate ceramic tiles. For more information, call Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only media outlet in Mason County providing live broadcasts of high school basketball. Join us Monday as the Shelton girls host Mercer Island in a non-conference clash. Tip-off in the Mini Dome is at 7, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Yeah. We're back here at the Mini Dome. Minute and a half to go till we get back into play here. Jerry mentioned the fact that the Highclimbers didn't go to the free throw line. They only had 4 fouls called on them. You having trouble there, Jerry?
Thank you.
They're complicated. It's like a puzzle. Jerry mentioned that they had only the Highclimbers didn't go to the free throw line in the first half, and the Seahawks only had 4 fouls called on them in the whole half.
Right.
That's a very clean game, and that has a lot to do with why the Highclimbers didn't have a free throw, even an attempt. They might get a little bit more. I think the game plan might be, and I'm speculating again, take it more to the hole, take it to the hoop. Let's see what we can create and get to the foul line. Get the ready for the third quarter here, Jerry. Should be a high climber ball to start the third. And I'll take my standing position. It's a different game than the one that was played in Peninsula a little more than a month ago, Jerry. The two teams played to a tie through the half, and then the high climbers had a very bad third quarter. This has just been a bad first half for Shelton. They had a bad first quarter, really.
Now, Peninsula, are they in first place?
They're tied with Gig Harbor for first. I lost to the Tide on Wednesday, which technically, well, puts them at the number 2 slot, but that's the first time they played. So the high climbers have Vernon, Littleson, Smith, who gets the inbounds from Powell, and Gooley. There's Powell with it. Lob it to Deshea Littleson. She'll fake that 3 in the corner, get it to Powell under the basket with a little reverse layup. I get Kylan more involved, I think, is another part of the game plan for the Shelton High Climbers. It's Bauer with the ball, trying to avoid coming into a double team. I'm sorry. Stay with the play. There's Frazier now near side beyond the 3-point arc, asking for a screen. Richter will come over. Frazier pull-up jumper in the paint, came up a little short. Deshea Littleson had the rebound, tracked it down, finds Smith. Here come the high climbers. Jade pushes the pace, stops and pops for 3. That's off. Rebound pops out and it goes to Vernon. Vernon tried to get it to either Kylan Powell or Smith, and Powell had to save it in bounds. It's an all the way up to Bauer. Bauer with a scoop shot. I don't know how she got that one to go in there, Jerry.
I don't either.
Wow. I'm impressed with that young lady as well. And Piper's a sophomore. Only can improve. Gooley for 3. That's an air ball, and it'll go out of bounds. So Piper Bauer will bring up the ball for the Seahawks, leading by 17. They led by as many as 18 in the ball game, and there's Populus with a drive and a score. There were 6 points and a near steal on the inbounds by Lovrovich. Here comes Powell. Bounce it over to Gooley. To Smith near side. She'll drive into the paint. She'll try to lace it down to Deshea Littleson. Is deflected, and that'll go down as another turnover, Jerry. Here comes Frazier for the Seahawks. Down to the baseline. There's Bauer. Bauer will kick it to Lovrovich. Lovrovich on the drive. Bounce at the corner to Populus. Over to Bauer. Bauer working beyond the 3-point arc. Now to Lovrovich. Lovrovich dribbles out of the corner to the side of the paint. Lost the handle on the ball. Give Vernon a steal. Here comes Gooley to Powell. Kylan surveys the court, trying to attack. Side of the paint. Finds Littleson. Littleson with the jumper that rimmed off. Rebound pulled down by Richter. And here comes Bauer. Bauer kicks at the corner. 3 on the way and off. It's saved in bounds to Smith, however. Jade will bounce it twice to Vernon in the high climber backcourt. Here comes Shelton. Over to Smith, open for 3. There it is. There's Jade's first 3.
Yep. And let's hope she gets into a rhythm now and makes 3 or 4 of those.
Bauer with the ball, top of the key. Hands it off to Frazier. Frazier will take a 3 with a Powell in her face. Missed the shot. Populus with the rebound. Putback doesn't fall in, but the foul is called. I think it'll go on Deshea Littleson. Yep, that's Deshea's first. And at the free throw line is Esther Populus. Short on the first one. That's the first miss by the Seahawks, isn't it?
4 for 5 from the foul line.
Yes. I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. Zanuski and Salazar will step onto the court. Sitting down is Smith and Littleson. Second free throw by Populus goes in. Oh, my pencil lead just broke. Yep, got to catch up to the play. Sorry, folks. Powell with the ball. Drives in, draws a triple team, put it up, missed the shot, but drew the foul. I think that'll go on Belle Frazier. Yes, it does. It's her first. Kylan Powell at the free throw line. The first trip to the free throw line tonight for any Highclimber player. Kylan got the first one to drop in.
Yeah, like you said, it looks like Kylan's going to be much more active in shooting here in the second half.
Second free throw, it goes in.
2 for 2 for the Highclimbers.
To 6 points. Lovovich with the ball beyond the three-point arc near side. That's Richter. Handed off to Popoulos. To Bauer, and Bauer will reset from the top. A double high post, and Powell sneaks in there and steals that one away. Has a 2-on-1. Going to go to the hoop, stop, and put one up short. Had her own rebound, but lost it. Frazier comes away with it. Bumping bodies, but no whistle. Gets it over to Bauer, still in backcourt. Powell will force her to give it up, and here comes Frazier. Frazier lobs to the far side. That's Lovovich, I believe. Drives to the hoop, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound goes to Richter. Partially blocked on that one, and Bauer will recover and reset to Frazier. Frazier, top of the key. Want to go one-on-one. Going to go right down the side of the paint. Blocked, but fouled by Salazar, I believe. I was going to make a note to myself, and I forgot what it was, Jerry.
Okay.
Something that occurred just a little while ago. Oh, that's right. It was a turnover. That's right. A steal there. Okay. At the free throw line is Belle Frazier. Got the first one.
That last foul was on Vernon, her third.
Oh, it was on Vernon. I thought it was going to go on Salazar, but yeah. May Ping will take a rest, and Thompson's back in the ball game. Two for 2 at the free throw line for Belle Frazier. She has 9 points, and it's 41-24. Salazar will bring the ball across the timeline. Patty pats the dribble and ends up kicking it, but no call. She'll throw it to Powell side of the paint. Powell made it to move, puts it up. Oh, it popped out. Frazier can't handle the rebound. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Highclimbers.
Kylan has made some nice moves inside this quarter.
Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Thompson will trigger the play. Inbounds, and Bauer just reached up there and grabbed it out of the air. She lost the handle and goes out of bounds.
So you got one turnover for each team there.
Yeah, I don't know if you call that a turnover.
Well,
I think
Shelton lost it. And then
yeah, but I think the rule is if the shot clock gets reset,
okay,
that's officially a turnover. Inbounds from the baseline from Gooley to Thompson. Over to Salazar, and another near turnover. Salazar in the paint off the assist. That was a good, quick thinking by Carly Thompson to get it right back in.
Nice assist by Carly.
There's Frazier, top of the key. Swing it over near side. Popoulos. Over to Lovovich. Lovovich drives to the basket. She'll put it up off the glass. No. Rebound pulled down by Zanuski. Now it gets down to Gooley. Gooley waits for the pack to go by and gets it to Kylan Powell. Kylan to the foul line. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson fakes the three, drives to the paint, has a nice lane, drives it in, came up a little short. Frazier with the rebound for Peninsula. Bell wisely turns around to reset the play, or set the play. Swing it over to Bauer. Bauer behind the back dribble trying to get by Thompson. Loses the handle, tracked it down. Finds Bell. 15 on the shot clock. And a full timeout has been called. We will step aside. 2:32 to go, third quarter, 41-26. Peninsula on top.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
13 seconds on the shot clock coming out of the timeouts for the Peninsula Seahawks. They'll have it sideline inbounds at the end of their bench.
One thing I've noticed, Diedrich, the Highclimbers have cut down on their turnovers this quarter.
I would have to agree with you there. Lovovich with the ball, trying to go one-on-one. They isolated Gooley. She'll go right around Gooley, lay it up and in. Taya coming back the other way, draws a double team, bounces it over to Powell. Powell spins into the paint, had it knocked out of her hands. Kylan is just begging for a foul there. She's just begging and not going to get it.
And she is doing a nice job this quarter taking it to the hoop. And I'm sure that's what the coach stressed at halftime.
Gooley will baseline inbounds it to Littleson. Littleson steps beyond the arc, finds Powell. Powell at the foul line. Going to go one-on-one on Frazier. Nice little fadeaway, doesn't fall in. Rebound, Frazier. She draws the ball. When she gets the ball, she draws people to her defensively. Here comes Bauer the other way for the Seahawks. Down to Lovovich. Oh, threw it right to Powell. A little miscommunication. Kylan on the breakaway. She'll lay it up softly and in. And give her 8 points. And here come the Seahawks right back. Populous to McKinney. And a foul from behind. On the Highclimbers, I think it's going to go on Deshea. Nope, it is not. It's going to be Brianna Salazar, isn't it? That's her second. At the free throw line for Peninsula, Kara McKinney. Her first trip to the free throw line and her first point. Minute 33 to go, third quarter, 44-28. Second free throw spins all the way around and out. Powell with the rebound. Up to Smith. Smith to the three-point arc. Takes a three. That rimmed off. Rebound goes to Frazier. Frazier's going to push it up the court. Center of the court, top of the key. Swing it over far side. Lovovich. Lovovich going to find a lane, leave it down there and up and in. Who was that? Who scored? I can't see her number. I think it's going to be McKinney.
Yes. Number 23.
Yeah, that'll be 3 points for her. And what do we have, a timeout on the floor? I'm waiting for some sort of indication. Must be. It's a 30. I think we'll just keep it right here with 1:04 to go, third quarter, 46-28. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry. I think that's the biggest lead that the Seahawks have had.
18.
Yeah,
I think the biggest lead before was 17. I think you're right.
I don't think they've pushed it to 20 just yet.
No. And I was going to ask you that, and I was thinking that 17 was the biggest lead. You're correct beforehand.
So it'll be Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. Looks like the same lineup.
The Highclimbers have played a Peninsula fairly even this quarter.
So it'll be backcourt sideline inbounds for the Highclimbers right at the, well, I guess you call it the front of the Peninsula bench. Inbounds goes to Taya Gooley. And now to Kylan Powell. Powell to the foul line, steps back, launches it down to the baseline. Nice two-woman play there. Powell with a fadeaway. They're going to get Frazier with the foul. I don't know. It looked like she got a lot of ball there. But maybe she got a little bit of arm as well. Referee says she did. It's her second. And the second team foul in the third quarter. Kylan Powell back at the free throw line. Got the first one. She'll get one more.
Yeah, she's 3 for 3.
Oh, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh, you were?
I wasn't going to say that, actually. Vernon checks back in. Gooley will sit down for the Highclimbers. The only reason I say that is it's the broadcaster jinx.
I know. Yeah.
Not that we have any control over what happens on the floor, but it just seems that way. And Kylan, see what happens?
I know.
Rebound by the Peninsula. Here comes
Sorry,
Lovovich.
Kylan.
Yeah, well, blame Jerry. It's always easy. Nice move, putting it up and in was McKinney. Boy, Tara has been active in this quarter here late. Powell coming back the other way for the Highclimbers. Nice spin move, a little fade away, didn't fall in, stole the rebound away, kick it to Deshea Littleton, out to Smith. Smith will take a three, hits it. That's Jade's second three in the quarter. She's 8 points.
Yep, warming up.
Powell knocked it out of bounds.
Kylan has been all over the court. I mean, she's taken over for Taya.
Kylan's going to get a rest, though, as Johnny Allen checks in.
Well, she deserves it.
Inbounds goes to Bauer. Bauer will hold likely for the last shot as we're approaching 10 seconds. She'll spread it out a little bit, go to work. There's 5. There she goes. She'll almost loses the handle. Turnaround shot for 3. Ooh, that came up just short. And we're through 3 quarters. Peninsula up 48-32. We'll be right back.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. The new year is upon us and time for resolutions. Let Maple Glen help. On January 15th, you can realize your dreams and goals by making a visioning board for 2019. Join our residents from 6 to 7:30 for all the fun of planning for the future. For more information, call Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
We're back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Peninsula will start out with the ball. Bauer will bring it across the timeline after the inbounds from the sidelines. Piper works over to the far side, going one-on-one by Vernon. That's Populus with it. Up top to Richter. Now to Frazier into the corner, Levovich. Nice find down low, and Kylan could only foul Frazier going to the hoop. That's 2 personals on Kylan Powell. So Frazier, the first free throw. Got her at 10 points here, Jerry.
I'm not going to say anything.
We're both thinking the same thing.
Frazier is 4 for 4 from the foul line.
As a team, Peninsula's only missed 1 free throw, so that's pretty good shooting percentage. Here comes Powell for the Highclimbers. Spinning around the defense to the foul line, trying to get a pass down, poked it down to Littleton. Finds the cutter is Taya Gooley. I think Taya got away with a walk, missed the shot.
Yeah.
Rebound goes to the floor, and Bauer pulls it away, finds Frazier, and here come the Seahawks. Frazier going coast to coast. Oh boy, I was going to be amazed if she made that shot. The rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll be Highclimber ball.
That would have been a nice assist by Deshea if that had fallen.
Cooley with the ball in backcourt. She'll throw it all the way up to Smith. Stops and pops for 3. No, she needs to follow her shot. Rebound.
Well,
goes to
you got to
McKinney.
have people in position to rebound. That's the thing.
Here comes Frazier. Finds the lady cutting to the hoop, and that was Richter. Missed it. Rebound by Bauer. Her putback is off, and Smith comes away with it. Here's Vernon to Gooley. Taya to the 3-point arc, over to Deshea Littleton. Littleton left alone. She's not taking her shots. Finds Smith side of the paint. Little runner by Jay goes in.
Deshea really looks for the open person. Nice assist by her.
We know she can shoot, and she's had that 3 open in the corner a lot tonight. There's Frazier with the ball over to Bauer. Bauer will take a 3 and answer. In and out. Ooh, that was deep in the cup, popped out. Powell with the rebound. And here comes Kylan. Swing it over to the corner, Taya Gooley. Drives baseline, runner on the baseline, that's short. Rebound to Taya, out to Kylan, steps back beyond the three-point arc, finds Deshea Littleson, 15-footer, that one spins in. That's Big D's first basket of the night. And the lead is now 14.
Yeah, they're cutting it down a little bit. That's good.
Here goes Bauer trying to make a move to the hoop, draws a foul on the Highclimbers. I think that'll go on Vernon.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Deshea this quarter. The last, or this half.
May Ping picked up her 4th personal foul. Kylan's going to get a rest, and Salazar's back in there. Vernon's still on the floor. Inbounds to Frazier. Frazier's going to take a long three. Oh, boy. I cannot believe she has that range.
Yeah, that was
very
really
nice.
nice.
Steal by, is that Loverovich?
Yes.
And then a steal by Smith. Smith going back the other way, launched it up to Salazar. She'll put it up and in.
Salazar for the 2.
Here comes Loverovich. Lindsay, top of the key. Dancing around looking for a lane, finds a little crease. Kick it to Frazier. Frazier gets a screen from Richter. Pick and roll doesn't develop as Frazier with a rare turnover. I got 10 on the Seahawks, Jerry. What do you have?
For the total game?
For the game, yeah. What do you have in the quarter and a half?
I have 5, so I have 11.
Okay. Gooley gets it up to Smith. Smith's going to try and dribble penetrate. Jade will lob it to Vernon. Vernon gets it to Gooley. Gooley's going to try and drive, and then wisely turns around and resets. Up to launch it down to the baseline. Deshea Littleson fakes the baseline shot, drives in, scoops the shot up short, but drew the foul.
Yeah.
Highclimbers getting to the line a little bit more in this half.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, like I said, they're playing Peninsula even this quarter, or the last, second half.
McKinney picked up her first personal. Deshea Littleson at the free throw line. Hit the front of the iron and rolled out. Should get one more. Powell returns. Vernon will sit down. Let's see here. 23. Wait a minute. McKinney.
Yeah, Kara McKinney into the ball game.
Well, she was in the ball game before, wasn't
Well,
she?
is that, or is it 13?
Oh, Popoulos is back. Yeah, okay.
It's Esther Popoulos.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's
No,
hard
no,
to read
no,
those
no.
numbers.
Well, it's the long hair. Second free throw by Deshea goes in. And Frazier's on the bench, by the way. Nope, she's not. Who sat down then? There's
But
Frazier.
you're right. Yeah, the ponytails.
The dark hair, it's really kind of hard to see.
No, I agree with you because we were trying to figure out was
If
it
you-
13 or 23.
If you ever watch the WNBA, you'll
Yeah.
notice their numbers are lower on the jerseys.
Good observation.
And there's Loverovich with the drive, missed it open. Salazar jumped in from out of bounds to grab the ball. Didn't, what's the right term I'm looking for? Didn't establish herself in bounds before she grabbed the ball.
Diedrich, every time I announce with you or work with you, I learn something.
You learned something? I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, that was a great piece of trivia. Thanks.
Well, just watch the WNBA. You'll notice the numbers are lower on the jerseys because of the hair. Inbounds goes to Bauer to Frazier. Frazier for 3. No. Rebound. Salazar tapped it to controlled it for the Highclimbers. Brianna up the far side. She's going to go to the hole. Nope. She's going to kick it to Smith. Smith is going to take a 3. Oh, it's short. Rebound pulled down by the Seahawks. Quickly up to Loverovich to the hoop, up and in, and the foul for Lindsay. She's been pretty quiet since the second quarter.
Well,
Lindsay
yeah,
has.
she's made 4 points second half.
Well, I'll give her 15 for the game. Gooley back in, Littleson back in for the Highclimbers. Zanuski will sit down. Smith will sit down. Vernon's still out there with 4 fouls, Jerry.
Well, that tells you that you are you're about 9 deep. So she knows she can go to somebody else on the bench and not hurt them.
Well, she also trusts that May Ping won't pick up another foul as Loverovich finishes the 3-point play. And it's a 17-point lead for the Seahawks. Salazar over to Deshea Littleson, eyes the hoop for three, in and out, rebound knocked out of bounds. Mei Ping tried to save it, but it'll stay with the, what was I going to say, is it, wait a minute, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, it is a Seahawk ball. Mei Ping will sit down, Vernon will get a rest with her four fouls, and Carly Thompson back in the ball game. She'll meet Bauer defensively. Bauer trying to get by Thompson, hands it off to Frazier. Frazier, get it over to Popoulos. Swing it over to Lovovich. Trying to get by Gooley, bounces it to Bauer. Bauer, lost the handle on that ball. Tracked it down. Here's Frazier. Frazier one-on-one on Powell. Backs her down to the box. Steps to the side of the paint, misses a shot, rebound up and in. And I think that's McKinney.
It is
points.
McKinney, yes.
And that is the biggest lead of the night at 19. Here comes Gooley for the Highclimbers. Finds Powell still in backcourt. Over to Gooley. Gooley to the three-point arc for three. No. Rebound. Thompson had it. Got it right back after it was poked out of her hands. Finds Gooley side of the paint. To the hoop. Frazier with, I think, another block there. And knocked it out of bounds off the Seahawks. And a full timeout has been called. 2:51 to go in the ball game. 58-39 is our score. We'll be right back. Well, we're back here in the mini dome.
And Shelton does have one timeout left. I don't think they're going to probably use it. Well, maybe they will. But they do have one timeout left. They are allotted three.
It is a Highclimber inbounds from the baseline to the right of the backboard. Deshea Littleson will trigger the play. Gooley and Powell are in the front box. Thompson and Salazar in the back boxes. They're looking for something down low. Finds Powell, knocked out of bounds by Frazier. It's been a good battle between Powell and Frazier, but obviously Frazier's had her way. Well, she's winning the battle most times. We'll reset again, and in it goes to Powell beyond the three-point arc. Kylan will drive to the foul line, dribble it, or bounce it over to Gooley into the corner to Thompson. She'll drive baseline, under the hoop, kick it out to Salazar. Salazar stops, finds Carly in the corner, drives to the baseline, kick it out to Gooley. Taya for three. Yes.
And that's her first three of this half.
Right. She's got 4 for the game. 12 points. Lovovich with it. Had it poked out of her hands. Finds Bauer. Bauer between the circles, going to go one-on-one on Thompson. Swing it over to Lovovich, over to Frazier. Frazier drives baseline on Powell, stops, pops, missed a little short runner. Rebound tapped out. Lovovich comes away with it, drives and loses the handle. And here comes Powell with a quick pass up to Thompson. Thompson pushed Popovich in the back. Couldn't get to the ball first, and that'll be Carly's
I've been watching Carly a lot. I'll tell you one thing about Carly that I'm really impressed with is her defense. You know, she's doing a fairly good job on Loverich this half.
And we hit the 7 foul mark for the Highclimbers. So it's 1-1 for Popovich. And she is 1 for 2 at the free throw line, has 7 points. 58-42. Make it 59-42. And Esther has 8 points. Substitution, we're going to get some
and you're right, it's hard to see those numbers.
Bench players is going to step on. This is Liz Cood, I believe. Second free throw is off. Lovovich tracked down the rebound. She'll get it to Bauer. Over goes to Populus. Populus will drive by Salazar to the hoop. Can't. She lost the handle. Kick it to the corner. And that's Frazier. Frazier drives baseline. Draws the double team. Launches it to, or actually gets it to Popovich. She'll muscle one up there. Missed the shot. Smith with the rebound for the Highclimbers. She'll get it to Deshea Littleson. Hook it up to Powell. To Gooley in the corner for three. Yes.
Wow. She has such a nice high arc.
And Frazier will bring it across the timeline, set the play for the Seahawks, and I imagine they're going to run some clock here, Jerry.
That was a fifth three-pointer for Taya.
Bell's going to go one-on-one with Kylan. Get by Kylan, runner in the paint. Missed the shot, and the rebound pulled down by Taya Gooley. Under a minute to go here. Taya quickly up to Smith. Jade with the back to the basket. Finds Gooley. Taya with another three, that's off. But Salazar is there to put it up and in. I don't know if you call that an assist or not.
Well, you know, Salazar's got what, 10 points? You know.
She does.
Yeah.
And a foul on the Highclimbers. Kylan Powell, her third.
She's done a lot of good things inside Salazar. I've been very impressed.
And Brianna will sit down. Zanuski back into the ball game, working with Powell, Littleson, Gooley, and Smith. But at the free throw line for 1-1 is Esther Populus. Her first one, nothing but net. She'll get one more. She has 9 points now. And she's 3 for 5 at the free throw line.
That is correct.
Next one, in and out. Deshea Littleson with the rebound. Powell gets it all the way up to Gooley. Gooley for three again. That rims off. Rebound goes to Bauer. Stolen away by Smith. Smith will hook one up and in. And near steal on the inbounds, but there's going to get Jade with her first personal.
Well, they've got it down to 11 points right now.
About 22 seconds to go in the ballgame. I don't think there's much danger here, but that's a good point, Jerry, that they've fought their way back from 19.
Overall, I think they played just as well or better than Peninsula the second half.
So we go back to the free throw line with Esther Populus. She hits the first one. She's having trouble with the second one.
Now, I'm trying to be positive. I'm going to let her shoot this one and then say something.
Okay. Yep, she rimmed that one off, and Littleson comes away with the rebound.
Just teasing you, Deidre.
I know. Here comes Powell. Powell weaves away through traffic. A big jump stop with a foul line jumper, rims off. Zanuski had the rebound. Bauer will steal it away, and Smith will just push her out of bounds. So Jay picked up her second.
You know, Kylan, this half has been much more aggressive. And unfortunately, the score book is not going to show that. But she has made some nice moves inside. They're just not falling for her.
So Piper Bauer at the free throw line. 16 points. Got the first one. Make it 17 points. 8.9 seconds to go in the ball game.
And she is 4 for 4 from the foul line.
Zanuski will pick up the ball and get it right back to Powell. Powell to the throw it over to Smith, way outside for three. That one out of bounds. Deshea Littleson couldn't get to it. We have 0.4 of a second to go here. And it's 62-49. And that'll pretty much do it. So we will take a timeout as the Peninsula Lady Seahawks come into the mini dome and knock off the Shelton Lady Highclimbers 62-49. We'll be right back.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only media outlet in Mason County providing live broadcasts of high school basketball, and sponsorships are available. Advertise your business, promote an event, let everyone know you support our student athletes. Contact Mason Web TV right now for advertising options.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy. I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There is always something happening in Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From craft bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. If you're interested in making a unique gift, stop by Maple Glen on the evening of January 22nd. You can join our residents and learn how to decorate ceramic tiles. This fun class to create one-of-a-kind gifts starts at 6. For more information, call Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Well, it's a final here in the Mini Dome. The Peninsula Lady Seahawks knock off the Shelton Lady Highclimbers 62-49. They did it behind the 18 points from Piper Bauer, 14 for Lindsay Lovovich, 12 for Belle Frazier, 10 for Esther Popoulos, 7 for Kara McKinney. Missing somebody? I think that's about it there. For the Highclimbers in a losing effort, they were led by Taya Gooley. Why do I have her down for 13? I think it's supposed to be 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. She led the way with 15. She hit 5 threes.
Yes.
Jade Smith finished with 12 points. Had a couple of threes in there. Let's see, Brianna Salazar with 10. Kylan Powell with 9. And Deshae Littleson with 3. Let's see, who did not play? Cameron Thomas Licks didn't play tonight. Cecilia Montano did not. Johnny Allen did get a couple of minutes in there at the end of the third. Actually, it was like 16 seconds officially, but you know she was out there for a while.
Yeah.
What
So
do you have there?
So they basically were 9 deep tonight.
Right.
And that's why they didn't pull Vernon out when she had 4 fouls there in the beginning of the fourth quarter. Couple things. Sure. We're looking at Shelton Highclimbers were 20 for 52, which means that they were about 42-43% from the field. They had less turnovers second half. And that's why they played Peninsula fairly well, or even in that second half.
Right.
I don't know how many turnovers you had.
What do you have, Jerry?
I'm not sure. I'll just say this.
It was over 20. I know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because in the first half they had 19, but they had probably between 23 and 25. But they did really cut down on their turnovers in the second half, which is good news for Shelton. You know, even though they did lose tonight, Shelton did, there were some good things they could take away from this game.
Yeah.
They played Peninsula, like I said, pretty even, or, you know, in the second half. You just, you know, you get behind 8-0, it kind of hurt, even though Shelton got behind 7-0 in the last game and was able to come back roaring.
Well, it's a different opponent level of opponent. Central kids have not anywhere close to the talent of Peninsula.
And this is a good team. I mean, they're right there with Gig Harbor fighting for that first place.
Well, you do realize, and I don't know if you've looked at the bracket at all, but to take the number 1 seed on the South Sound Conference versus the number 2, if you're number 2, you play an extra game for a placement in the district. just to throw that out there. So you want, if you want to be number one, and they're also coming off that 1-point loss to Gig Harbor on Wednesday night, and they wanted this game. They wanted to get back on track.
They certainly did. Now Peninsula was 21 for 60 from the field. They missed a lot of layups. And, well, they were 1 for 6 in the second half from the three-point area. But, they just out-rebounded the Highclimbers, and they got a lot of second, sometimes third efforts. As far as turnovers, I'd say they were at probably about 12 or 13 turnovers. I kind of lost track there.
Yeah, I finished it. I have 10. So
you had 10?
I had 10, but I stopped marking.
And what did I say, 11 to?
It's something like that. We're not very official on.
No. And like you said before, it's how you judge a turnover, and I think we're both pretty conscientious of what a turnover is. But second half, Peninsula did not do quite as well on the foul line, but they did go to the foul line a lot more.
Right.
I have them down for, first half they were 4 for 4, and second half they were, I believe, 10 for 15. So overall they were 14 for 19, which is not bad. That's about 72, 73%, if I have it right.
Yeah, the thing to point out here is when they went to the free throw line in the 1-and-1, you got to hit the first one to get the bonus. And Esther Popoulos did that 3 times. She got the first one 3 times, and then didn't connect on the second one. But you got to get the first one, so you get that extra bonus. So that's about all that I have, Jerry.
What was interesting is I'd like to say a few individual things about our players. I look down at my statistics, and I say Brianna Salazar was 5 for 6 from the field.
Yeah.
That's great, and she's only a sophomore. Taya Gooley, of course, as usual, is always all over the court. And she made, 5 threes?
5 threes, yeah.
Didn't make anything inside the three-point area. Jade
Smith
warmed up a little bit in the second half. First half was having some trouble. I like Jade. I think Jade does a lot of good things out there. But the only thing I would say to her is wait just a little bit longer before you take that three. Let the people get in rebound position. And I think that hurts sometimes if you rush a three-pointer.
Yeah, but an early three, if you make them, they're huge.
Yes, because you get the confidence.
Right.
You get the confidence. Kylan, I was very impressed with her second half. You look at her statistics. First half, she only shot 3 times.
Right.
Second half, she was very aggressive. And that's good. And she made 3 for 4 from the foul line. I jinxed her. So hopefully she doesn't look at the game tomorrow. And she'll probably, probably Facebook me and say, hey, Mr. Apple, can you cut it out, be a little more positive.
Well, here's something to throw out there for Kylan. She had the assignment of guarding Belle Frazier.
Yeah.
And that is a tough assignment for anybody.
Well, okay, let's take that. Let's take that. She intimidated Belle.
Well, yes.
She did. You look at it. Belle shot 5 times inside second half. Didn't make any. I wonder why. There you go.
There you go.
Kylan.
I'm just saying that there's something to be said about, you're putting a lot of energy into your defense.
And so
sometimes your offense does suffer a little bit, but she had Kylan had a decent third.
I was wondering why I never did well offensively in high school. Now I know. No, just kidding. Okay.
All right, Jerry, we're going to kick us out of here eventually. So we got to wrap this thing up.
Okay.
So let me talk
You know
about
what?
what's
I don't
coming.
know if I'm coming back or not, but
Turn out the lights.
But I was so happy when they said I could leave at 15 to 6. I says, I get to go announce with Diedrich Allen. I almost lost my head.
We do appreciate you coming in. So next up for Shelton, they continue their homestand Monday, hosting Mercer Island. Peninsula is off until next Wednesday when they host North Thurston. Our next broadcast will be Monday for that non-league game against the Islanders here in the Mini Dome. Tip-off is at 7. And that will do it for us tonight. Again, thanks for the late arrival and throwing everything off. Jerry Apple. Final again, Peninsula 62, Shelton 49. We will talk to you on a Monday.
I think they think we're crazy.
We are
laugh
crazy.
so much.
We'll be back. We'll talk to you Monday.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.